Bengals that also signed Josh Uche, which was another defensive pass rush specialist we could have got. But anyways, I'll keep reading your super chat. The sack leader had 8 sacks. This is a great class. Not a bad time to make a trade. Yeah, their leader had 8 sacks, but we don't have the guys that they had. No one's on the screen. I mean, you were left all alone, Jeff.
I was.
I just had to fill up my rum and then was ripping a heater because Santori was on a roll, so I was like, "This is the perfect time to do it."
Yeah,
and then he leaves.
Like, I actually was typing. I streamed this to my channel now, like you did for me the other day.
I had talked myself into being okay with trading Trey for like a end of the first round pick.
I was if they signed
prior to the free agency frenzy.
Yeah.
How do you upgrade? You can't do it just through the draft. You cannot count on your draft to hit the interior defensive line and pass rushing, and you needed another edge pass rusher too.
Dude, all right, I'll say this. Dale, just think about this. The last time the Bengals drafted an impact player from the draft was Jamar Chase. That was the last one.
I mean, Mims was a very good starter.
It's 1 year, and I agree. But I mean, as far as we got 2 years in a row.
Well, I meant I was thinking impact, right away because the first year is hard for a rookie to come in.
I agree with you, Mims. But I mean, that's 2 guys in 3 drafts. That's it. I mean, we drafted Jamar in 2021, and then we drafted Mims last year.
Yeah,
that's it.
Because Dax was sitting behind. Who was the other first-round pick in there? I should know this. I'm not in the right. I am not in a good headspace today.
Before Dax?
No, it would have been after Dax, right?
Who
was our first-round pick?
Murphy. Who?
Murphy. Yeah.
Murphy,
we have it.
Murphy,
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, Murphy was
thank
Dax,
you, Santori. Yes, and we certainly wasn't an impact, right? Still waiting on the impact coming into year 3. And even the other picks, like the Jordan Battles, the DJ Turners, they've done stuff here and there.
Yeah, but nothing.
But your top 3-round picks, you're not getting like an immediate contribution that season typically from them, like you hope for.
And that is the problem. And our free agent class, we've got Orlando Brown. And who? I mean,
Orlando had to come to them. I always go back to that.
Yeah, he called them. James Rapine said it on his live stream the other night that Orlando called them. They weren't going to call him. Like, that's just ridiculous. Why wouldn't you just pick a phone up like, hey, this is Katie Blackburn of Cincinnati Bengals. Is Orlando interested in coming here? Oh, he is. Oh, okay, cool. Just call them. I mean, they don't even call the people. That's like I don't. How hard is it to make a phone call?
I understand what Sage is saying, like Chase Brown, but we're talking. I am talking year 1, when you draft, because we're talking this year, right? We have Joe Burrow. We missed the playoffs the last 2 years. I want to get back there and try to win a Super Bowl. That's my goal. And yes, Chase Brown, very good 5th-round pick. But that first year, he had 1 or 2 good plays, big splash plays that got us excited. And then he took off this year, but that's his 2nd year.
What I mean, impact players. I mean, year 1, you come in and you make an impact, and you're like,
hit the ground running. Yeah,
exactly. That's an impact.
You're playing at least.
I mean, you can look. Jordan Battles made it. Look at that one. Jordan Battles made an impact when he's got a chance to play. Yeah. So I mean, it's not. I mean, an impact day in, day out. That dude was good from day 1. That's an impact player to me from the draft.
Well, and when we're talking what we're talking, like a guard, he would have to play all the snaps, or a defensive pass rusher, we're expecting to play 50% of the snaps. Yeah. And we can't say Murphy's done that. We can't say Jordan Battle's done that. DJ Turner's done that.
Osai.
Hill's done that. Osai's even done that. There's been a lot of misses. So to strictly rely on that because you get an extra draft pick, as much as I love the draft and think I could do it for him, because I'm an egomaniac, and
I wish you would. Maybe you do a better job.
But I'm just saying. You know what I'm saying, though? You really can't. It's such an inexact science. The teams get it wrong more than they get it right all the damn.
Which, I mean, a lot of teams do. I mean, it's not an exact science. It's just you can't miss as much as the Bengals have missed the last 3 years. They have missed a lot.
And the Eagles, remember we went through that on your show after they won the Super Bowl, and I pulled up their draft classes. And if you hit on your picks within the last 3 years, that's your best opportunity to go to the Super Bowl, regardless of who else is on your roster. A lot, not completely, but a lot, right? Because they're getting such an impact right away from young guys on rookie contracts.
Yeah, they're cheap guys, and they're making plays. That's what you want. Are you done eating, Centauri?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, and it could have been undrafted free agent Devontae Maxwell, but he got hurt. You're right, Ryan. As Ryan's guy, Ryan will die on that hill, baby. And I respect it. Yes, Opazella says. So in like the last 50 draft picks, they hit on like 3 of them. And the thing is, with Lou, we're hoping with Al Golden it's a little different, but it's still no guarantee they're good if they're playing more, right? But Al sounds like he's going to give guys more of an opportunity. Lou wasn't willing to give a lot of these guys more of an opportunity. He just he likes his vets. And the Colts, guess what? They were giving him vets when free agency opened. He's like, what the hell? You're giving me this big money corner that's proven, this big money safety? What is this? What? We're allowed to do this? We're allowed to get top of the market, guys?
Well, the Bengals gave him vets. They gave him Mike Scott.
Bottom tier.
Nick Scott, whatever the hell his name was.
Yeah, Nick Scott.
Whatever. How'd that work out?
They gave him Michael Scott from the fucking Office.
I was thinking the Houston Astros pitcher.
Fuck me. I was thinking my cousin Mike Scott. Shout out Mike Scott. Owns the Donut Distillery down here in Portsmouth, Ohio. Shout out Donut Distillery. I mean, why not, right?
I keep looking at Twitter hoping I see something, but I don't.
What else we want to bitch about, right? There's so many things, right? There's just so many things. We've done very minimal. It don't need to be an entire bitch session, but
no. I mean, I was looking this way. All right, let's go this way. So the Bengals
headspace.
No, the Bengals could save this. At least on the offensive line, they could save this. Now, this is where I'm hoping. If they can sign 2 guards, let's say, if I keep saying it, they sign Tevin Jenkins, they sign Sheriff, and then they go, say, Nolan drops to us to 17, and then you get another edge and a linebacker in the second, third round, that which you could, because this is a very deep defensive draft, then I'd feel a lot better about it. Now, those guys, they got a hit on those guys in the draft, and we just talked about how they haven't in a while. That's what would make me feel better. If they get 2 guards, I will go from a C to a C plus.
No, you'll go to a B for Boner because you'll just be so excited. It's like they're starving you, you know? So it's like, it's not a steak. Like, fuck, you'll take a caterpillar at that point if you're starving. I mean, you just need substance.
That's why I take the center from the Patriots to move Ted to guard, too. But but honestly, if they get 2 guards, it will make us all feel a little better. A little better. I mean,
it would. One guard would make me feel better right now. Like, I am not even trying to be greedy. Just could we get one starting guard?
Right, because if you get the offensive line fixed, then you're going to attack it as the Bengals are going to have to score 40 points and hopefully the defense just holds them, which is not a great plan, but that would be the plan.
You know, Tyler, this is great, and if we do get Brandon Scherf. It is pronounced Sheriff.
Oh, it's Sheriff, not Sheriff? Okay, Sheriff.
But I like the way you pronounce it. Keep doing it.
Sheriff. New sheriff in town.
Yes, and it works still if it's Sheriff, right? Because it's so close to Sheriff. It's fine on it, especially a pork chop shop t-shirt. Shout out one of the sponsors like Midwest Best Barbecue. We'll be having a live show at Midwest Best Barbecue. Greg's not here to do this, so guess I had to get my plugs in. This Saturday, 3:30, live show, Midwest Best Barbecue, free to get in. Come buy some food, have a good time. Live show, whatever. And also Chop Shop. But yeah, if we got Brandon Scherf, Chop can make a shirt that says there's a new Scherf in town.
Yeah. I like it.
Chef's kiss. Love it.
It's awesome. I think we should do it. Why don't we just get that done?
Yeah, let's do it. Let's sign him. I'm with you, Jeff, because I was with you on the vision for Tevin Jenkins at left guard and Zeitler at right guard. Because that was a mistake, man. Right your wrongs, right? You could have rewrote 2 of your wrongs. Exactly,
because we should have drafted Tevin Jenkins, and we should have never left Zeitler leave. There you go. And now we're like, you know what? We screwed up. Just go sign for less than $10 million with whoever the hell he signed with. I don't even remember.
YT, you're not wrong. It is insane. They just point free agency.
It is crazy.
Lowest expectations possible. I wasn't asking for no top market guys. Like, I look back at my post and it was like, Dalton Risner and Kevin Zeitler, like 1-year deals even. And it was like Dre Greenlaw was my big shot at linebacker, thinking that they were going to move on from Pratt. You want to get a veteran starting linebacker in here, and it was like a third safety and nothing crazy,
Hey, Ryan wants to know if your live show will be streamed.
That's the plan.
That's the plan.
As me and Jeff talked about on his show Tuesday, we'll see how it fucking goes because we've never done a live show. So I hope you can hear us. If you're not there, we are going to try to stream it.
Trust me,
I've bad weather. I don't know how. I mean, you've streamed from there. I think the Wi-Fi is pretty good at Midwest.
Yeah, Wi-Fi is fine. I've got the stuff to do it, and sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't.
Yes. And at this event, so thank you, Travis, and thank you once again for donating 2 tickets to the Project Game Day event where Jordan Battle will be there and could be some other announcements as well. Plus, Gold Star, that's part of you getting in. There'll be some Gold Star conies. There'll also be some Midwest Best wings and macaroni and cheese, which is delicious. Chop loves it. And you can throw them bowling balls at the pins with the football. Or throw the bowling. I said throw the bowling balls. You throw the bowling balls. You can't do that. It's footballs. You throw footballs at bowling pins. Don't want anybody showing up with their own bowling ball.
People that have their arms
firing that shit, man.
Throw the bowling balls.
But, no, I would pay pretty good money to watch Greg throw a bowling ball.
Oh God! I had fun last year trying to watch him hit a golf ball at the golf alley.
But yeah, man, it should be a fun time, right? But that's all included with your $30 ticket per person, plus the players that are there. It's at their discretion about signing and doing autographs and stuff. So I'm not going to promise that because you know what I mean? They might just want to hang out, whatever. But typically, because I'm not promising anything, but typically,
don't act like crazy cool fans around them. Act normal.
Guys are pretty chill. Like, hey, can I get a like?
Yeah. Don't bring 27 things for them to sign and be happy if you get one thing signed. Just relax.
For sure. But it should be a good time. But that we'll do a giveaway this Saturday at our live show for the Project Game Day event, which is on April 25th.
Can I win it?
I mean, you could. You'd have 2 extra tickets.
Ooh, I do.
If you win. Greg's going to have some trivia questions. Also, Darth Bengal's going to have some Bengal
wait, I would tickets to the event I'm already paid for?
Yeah.
Oh, never mind. I'm not
yeah. That's the giveaway, Jeff. Yeah, I agree, man. Zeitler for $9 million, like shit.
That's nothing.
The other one that hurt me was Levi and Wuzurike. Went back to the Lions for $5.5 million. I was
nothing.
What are we doing, bro?
What?
He's younger, BJ Hill.
Yeah. What? Why not sign them?
You paid BJ twice as much money to be 3 years older.
Yeah.
And I love BJ. I'm not.
Yes, I'm happy they signed BJ.
You could have had them both. You could have had them both.
Yes, it's like when we let DJ Reed and DJ leave last year, and we signed Rankins. I'm like, I wanted both of them.
Because honestly, what's better than one BJ? Having 2 BJs.
Centauri looks confused on that one.
Come on now, it was right there. I had to.
Boom.
Thank you, Jeff. Yeah, I saw that too. Minnesota planning to release former first-round pick Garrett Bradbury because they brought in Ryan Kelly, the Ohio kid, whatever. It's played for the Colts for a long time, to be their new center. I think didn't he suck? I mean, I don't know. PFF grade wise,
we'll find out.
I think he sucked, but at this point, yeah, we're willing to just throw darts at the wall.
Yeah, throw darts at the board right now. But I mean, he's getting released for a reason. So,
survey says.
I love Natty Ron. Natty's awesome.
It's really bad.
I woke up this morning, saw the Bengals had
what? Exactly. Did you look up PFF? What was it?
Well, the run blocking grade's a 71.
That's good. We're not necessarily that team. So what's his pass blocking?
How old are you?
Who? Me?
Yeah, Jeff. How old are you?
I'm 49 right now.
Oh, that was his pass blocking grade.
Woo! There you go.
That's not
ideal. You could basically just put Jeff out there, and then we'd get the same thing.
No, he'd probably get worse.
I agree, Tony. BJs are the best. And if you had 2 BJs, it'd be great. I don't hate BJ Hill. Stop it.
You homer? You Ohio State homer?
T. Brookie, you're right. That does happen. So that's a fair point, and I'll mention it. So T. Brookie's comment was injury scared everyone off. 31 teams didn't take the Lion. Yeah, didn't take on Wuzurike. And you know who can take him and pay him $5.5 million without having to bring him in for a physical? The team that already has him. So that's a fair point, and that does happen. Bro, we're all waiting on a signing. I agree with it. It's just like, we wake up. Yes, you're not going anywhere. You're still Bengals fans because we're still going to be, the season comes around, we're still going to be yelling Who Dey. I'm still yelling Who Dey. I'm still wearing my Bengals gear every day. That's just who I am. But I can still be, like, it's like that meme or whatever, right? Like, I'm mad, but I still love it, like the rain or whatever.
The umbrella, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, like, if it's Who Dey under there, like the Tiger, yeah. If it's Katie Blackburn, no, she's sitting in the rain.
Drew Sample probably could convert to guard and be a lead at it. I mean, why not?
I mean, he put TJ Watt on an island, so.
Maybe tackle. If you need him in a pinch, there's your pack-up tackle, your third tackle. Oh, Santori, what do you want to talk about now?
I'm hungry.
Okay, what's besides food? Sports, football. We got all this breaking news. Okay, so I was not happy initially with TJ Slayton, and I'm still a little on the fence because if you look per PFF, because I'm not an expert, I don't watch fucking Packers games. I'm going to be honest with you, like, whatever. I don't watch this guy's every fucking snap. I haven't went and done that, so I can be wrong. It's possible. Doesn't happen very often, but I can be. So TJ Slayton, I was like, oh, looking at the PFF, I'm like, ooh, he's not good. He's supposed to be run. He's supposed to be a run defender. He didn't even seem like he was good at that. But then ESPN, who I didn't even know had a win rate for run defense, he was the best in the league.
So ESPN,
what do you think?
PFF has another one that's called a run stop percentage, and I believe he was top 15 in the NFL in that as well. BJ Hill was number 11. So if you want to look at PFF's run stop percentage, you have two of the top 15 in the NFL now.
Hey, let's go. See, that's positivity.
Positivity. I like it.
If you're watching the PFF grades, you have like the worst player in football. So
I don't like PFF. Screw them.
It's one of those things where you're going to have to go watch film. And if you don't know how to watch film, don't do it.
Subtle flex right there. My
couple clips that I've seen, he's a space eater. He's not going to show up on the stat sheet. He's not going to rush the passer. He's a two-down player. He's 6'5". He's 330. I put out there that they're still trying to replace Reader, and then someone said they're not trying to replace Reader. They're trying to replace Rankins, and I said who they were using to
replace Reader. Yeah.
So they're just looking for a space eater, man. They're looking for a plug. They're looking for somebody that can try and control a little bit of a gap. The biggest problem with the run game is that they haven't been able to get hands on guards, right? The biggest issue is when you have linemen, guard, center, tackle, whoever, getting up to the second level because it makes it really, really fucking difficult on your linebackers to play football. They can't hunt. They got to cheat. If they're cheating up, they're going to be bad in coverage. If they're bad in coverage and they're cheating back, they're going to get destroyed in the run game. If you look at the alignment for the linebackers over the last 2 years, they're all over the place because Logan Wilson and Jermaine Pratt have been trying to cheat for their assignment, and that just puts them way out of position. If you can have a guy that can at least slow a guard down, or you can actively run a 3-man or a 4-man front and actually contain the gaps in the A gap and B gap, it's going to make your linebackers a lot better. He's not somebody that's going to be blowing up the backfield. He's not somebody that's going to be penetrating 2 yards deep. He's not somebody that's going to be getting tackles for a loss. I'm sorry. He's going to be a guy that you never really see, and he's just going to be one of those in the way kind of players. But and as long as he's not getting 2 and 3 yards downfield, he's doing his job.
He's going to keep the quarterbacks from stepping up is my big thing. That's what we struggled with last year. DJ would keep the quarterbacks from stepping. Remember the Chargers game where Sherbert just kept running straight up the middle for the whole first half? Because BJ Hill will go this way.
He's on passing down, sure.
Yeah, he's going to be in on rundowns probably the most. And you're just asking him to be double teamed, right? Because BJ was facing a lot of double teams.
That's what he needs to do, right?
The biggest cause for concern with this defense last year is the yardage that they gave up on first and particularly second down. They were really, really bad at second down for whatever reason. They forced, I believe, the most third and fourth downs, like in the division. Like they were constantly in third down. But the issue is they were constantly in like 3rd and 1. Yeah. They weren't in 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, 3rd and manageables. They were in 3rd and fuck. Like here comes a quarterback sneak, right? If you have a 2-down player, that allows you to cut those first down or second down runs down by even a half a yard a pop, half a yard here, half a yard there, maybe a whole yard every once in a blue moon, those 3rd and 1s turn to 3rd and 3s. Now you're not as likely to run. Now you're a tip pass or, a drop pass or, God forbid, a holding penalty. Those happen away. If you're constantly putting teams in 3rd and medium, you will get off the field, right? And when you talk about how close the season was last year, they were almost all 1-score games, right? Almost all of them. Well, if you force one more punt because that 3rd and 1's a 3rd and 2 and they got 1 yard instead of 2, or there's a tip pass that they can't go for it on 4th down the next time around because, oh shit, it's 4th and 6 and not 4th and 2, right? That one play a game on 1st down can translate into a punt on 4th down. That's an entire possession that comes off the board. That's a 6-point swing, maybe a 3-point swing every time. If you did a 3-point swing every time, you probably are in the playoffs. Just one game, you're probably in the playoffs.
Yeah, so many games that come down to one stop, and you're at one stop. So if he helps get us one stop, he's valuable. Now you got to make sure you've got the other pieces. Now Mike Hilton is still on the free agency list, and I know a lot of people don't like him, so I'll get both your thoughts on him. Would you bring him back? Because, originally some of the projections was like, oh, he might get $11 million, $12 million per year. I don't see that happen, especially at this point. He can't have a big market.
I'll let Jeff go first.
Yeah, if you can get him for 6, yeah. You get less than that, absolutely. I'd bring him back, but he would not be my starting slot. He wouldn't be. It would be Dax Hill, which I like Dax at outside, or I keep saying putting Fig Newton in there, or DJ Turner, or somebody like that at slot. But yeah, if you can bring it back at a team friendly deal, yeah, I bring him back. I love Mike Hilton.
And what should his best role be, Santori, if
Blitz.
you bring him back, or if you don't even want to bring him back? Like, how would you use him best? And if we don't know if Al Golden wants him, right? Like, maybe he just says, no, he's not fit for what I do.
I would assume Al Golden would like him. Al Golden blitzes a shit ton. That's kind of his MO. He's incredibly aggressive, and it's not necessarily with stunts. It's with linebackers and corners, right? With Hilton, it comes down to price and package. I'm not paying 11. I'm not paying 12. Quite frankly, I'm probably not paying 7 or 8. If I could get him for 5 or 6, maybe 7, I'll consider it. And the reason being, and it's not that I don't think he's worth that money. He's worth how I'm going to use him. And in my opinion, he's going to be a blitz package guy. He's going to be a run support guy. He's going to be a guy that comes in more where there's mobile quarterbacks, a Josh Allen, a Lamar Jackson, whatever. Spies, blitzes, run support, flats. Mike Hilton has really, really good football instincts. The times that he struggles are when he gets caught in man coverage downfield. This team is built for man defense, especially if you're going to be blitzing. I don't want to get caught with Mike Hilton having to cover somebody, a Flowers, on a deep cross downfield against Lamar Jackson. That's just going to be a problem. I need someone that's going to be able, to run with the horses, so to say. He's not that kind of guy. He has a role on every NFL team, but he's a price and package guy. And when you start limiting the snaps and how I'm going to use him, his price starts to drop. Do I want him back? Yeah, I think he's great for the culture, great for the locker room. He's a competitor. He's a grinder. Love those guys. You need as many of those guys as you can get. But he's not a starter, and he's in a limited role. So some team will probably offer him decent money to be their starting nickel if they're desperate. He's not doing that here. So it just depends.
I don't disagree with any of that. And that was the thing I was going to say is he's a hell of a blitzer. He times it up perfectly, and he is a dog when it comes out. He can get boys down to the ground.
You said the word. You said the word.
That was perfect. But yeah, that for you bring him back, you put him in a package. You're not, like I said, you're not starting them. But yeah, I said 6, hell, 5, whatever. Get him cheaper. Yeah, I'd bring him back for sure. So we'll see. I don't know.
It definitely takes 2 to tango. So something, Jeff, we talked about on your show, and I know you've talked about it with other guests. What are your thoughts on slot corner, if Mike's not back? Because to me, I think it's Dax Hill. That's just what I thought his role would be, but he looked good at outside corner. and Josh Newton, and the health of DJ Turner might play into this. So we'll start with you, Santori, and Ice. You can give your thoughts too on this. What are your thoughts on slot corner for next year as of right now?
Are all 4 of my corners healthy and available, or am I going off of today?
Do both, right? Let's say Turner is healthy because he's the big one.
Okay.
I think.
Regardless, it's Dax, in my opinion. I love Turner, and I think that he's better suited for outside corner, not because of his size, because believe me, if I'm going off size, I'm going to flip him. I like Turner's long speed better. I do think Dax has better ball skills than Turner. So, a lot of what I'm saying would tell you Dax for outside corner. When you go back to Michigan and you go back to the things that Dax has done well and where he has succeeded most in his career, is when he's playing closer to the ball. I love Dax, right? He's a Swiss Army knife. I wasn't super sold on him when they drafted him. I think he can do more in terms of being a versatile athlete than DJ Turner can. And that's what I want out of my slot corner. I want someone that's going to be able to hang in the box, jump routes, do the things that linebackers can do occasionally, maybe do a spy, those things that we talk about with Mike Hilton. I think he fits more in terms of an athletic profile to what Mike Hilton does as opposed to DJ Turner. DJ Turner, I think, has the long speed to cover anybody on those deep crossers. I worry about his ball skills. I would prefer to have 2 Dax Hills and have 1 at each. But I think Dax is probably more suited for slot than DJ Turner is because of his versatility. Now, if we're going to go the inverse of that, and I'm not going to use my slot corner for those things, and it's strictly going to be for coverage, then give me DJ Turner. A lot of it's going to have to do with the packages and how the defense is set up and what their roles and how those guys are anticipated to play. If it's going to be true zone and cover 3, put Dax outside, let DJ Turner hang around. If it's going to be man and I need someone to cross the middle of the field and do all kinds of goofy shit with tight ends and running backs and screenplays and just have complete versatility, I'm going to want Dax. Maybe they're going to be interchangeable. Maybe it's going to be play design and scheme and coverage and all these different.
Does Fig come in at all to the conversation?
I like him as a package player. I think he really carved out a role toward the end of last season. I like him as depth. I correct me if I'm wrong, because the last 5 games were kind of a blur. He was doing well against tight ends, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Then, yeah, he needs to be in there. There's going to be a lot of dime sets. It's not just going to be straight nickel anymore. Having 2 linebackers on the field, is going to be a first and second down thing. Once you get to third down, especially if it's third and long, you're going to have 6 DBs out there. You just are. Typically 2 safeties, maybe 3 safeties, 4 corners, however you want to slice and dice it. Once you have 6 DBs, we're bringing Newton on the field.
Jeff, what are your thoughts on the slot? I know you've talked about it some, but
yeah, I mean, my first thing is I really liked how Dax looked on the outside, but I can't disagree with anything Santori said, because Dax on the inside, it's more of a natural position for him. And like we talk about how Mike Hilton and Al Golden likes to blitz, Dax can blitz. Dax is a really good blitzer. Now, Turner can go on the inside, but he might be like you say might fit better on the outside. I really like Newton. I like what I saw about him last year. I want him, if he can continue to build upon what he did last year, I would like him on the field somewhere. So I don't have the coaching background that Santori does. So from what I saw, I like Dax at outside, but I think he might be more toward inside. But right now, I'm starting him at outside, and we'll try to figure it out of who's on the inside. But I really liked Fig on the inside.
I want to make this super clear.
Yeah.
If I had my druthers and could just pick, what's going to end up happening is I would want Dax on the outside in a perfect world. I want 2 of them. I want him inside and outside.
Because Fig, like you said, he covered the tight ends pretty well. So that's where
the decision is going to come down to who is the best nickel corner. Because Dax and Turner can both play outside, but they both don't play the slot exceptionally well. So where's the limitation? Where do I raise my floor? Because Dax can play 5 spots out there, quite frankly. I know he wasn't the best at safety, but in a pinch, I know he can do it. So where's my floor? Where's the weak link? If that's slot, well, I know Turner can play outside. I know he can play a little bit of slot. We've seen it on crossers. He did hang with Flowers well to a decent degree. But I know that Dax is probably the better outside corner. It's just going to depend where the limitation is. How do I maximize the talent that I have, and how do I raise the floor?
So can I ask you a question, Centauri? Are you because I've been one that I'm not, even before all this crap happened with not signing anybody, all this stuff, going into this offseason, Greg brought up a ton that we need a cornerback. And I'm like, I'm not sold that we have to get one. Of course, I will never say don't get a cornerback, but there are bigger needs on here. I'm okay with the corner room. How, like in general, how do you feel about the cornerback room in general? If they're all, I'll put it this way: if they're all healthy,
if they're all healthy, I still struggle with it. I love Cam. Cam had his dip last year. We'll call it that. He ended up finishing the season with the best grade of his career. Really? I trust that Cam is going to be my guy. I can't trust Dax to be healthy. I can't trust Turner to be healthy. And if Dax and Turner are missing time, are you trusting Newton to be your number 2 or full-time slot? Or are you going to trust DJ Ivey, who's more of a special teams guy? Marco, I don't know. He came in and played a little bit last year. He did okay for what he was in. There were times where he looked awful. There were times he looked really competent.
I think he's your corner 5 or 6.
I would say it's a deep room in terms of backups, but I think you've got 3 starters that I can't necessarily count on, and that bothers me.
Like Overzealous said, he thinks we have 2 number 2s. Maybe we have 3 number 2s.
Right.
Well,
for outside corner wise.
So hold on. My point to this was I was thinking they were going to add to the defensive line and get more pressure on the quarterback consistently. If you do that, which they haven't done that, but if you do that, that makes your secondary better. That's where I thought the focus would be on the defensive line and not so much on the secondary. What the hell do I know? They haven't done that, but that's where I thought that would help.
I would like to think that
I don't like to at all.
I would hope to God that the people in the front office are smarter than me, and I would like to think that they have some semblance.
Dude, they better be smart and become a dumbass. Jeez, oh, good God.
I don't necessarily see their vision right now. One of the things that I was taught when I was coaching defense and helping design scheme and everything was your corners are only as good as your pressure. You can have the best corners in the world, but if they're asked to cover for 3, 4, God forbid, 5 seconds, you're screwed.
Right. It's fine then, Santori, because we've upgraded our. Oh wait,
no, wrong.
And Dale, I said at the beginning of the show, I've said it to you twice this week, and I put a fucking flow chart of it out there 2 years ago. Step 1, get the quarterback. Step 2, protect the quarterback. Step 3, disrupt the quarterback. Everything else comes after that.
Pretty much.
They haven't secured step 2 or step 3 yet. They've got decent everywhere else. I like the corner room. I like the safety room to a degree. They would all look amazing if I had better pass rush.
That was my point. I'm like, I wasn't sold on either one, but the gaping problem, other than the offensive line of guard, is the pass rush. I'm like, if they go all in, which I thought they were going to, on the pass rush, that's going to help that.
The perfect example of somebody who is experiencing the trickle-down effect from this is Geno Stone, right? So if you look at Geno Stone's numbers through the course of his career, he has always had a problem tackling. He has always had a problem with people getting separation on him, okay? What you saw last year in a vacuum is who Geno Stone has been for his career, Cincinnati, Baltimore, wherever. However, when you look at the times that he had those interceptions in Baltimore, a lot of them are rushed throws. A lot of them are tipped passes. I call them Ed Reed plays, where the ball gets tipped and it bounces right in Ed Reed's lap, right? He was a benefit of a lot of that. He was a benefit of the chaos that the box creates. A lot of times, your corners, like I say, your DBs are only as good as your pressure.
That part. We know. We all know, and we will never sit here and defend this front office because
not anymore. I can't.
Not when you have a Joe Burrow, man. This is
And
3 straight years you missed the playoffs. 2 of them. You stopped being aggressive in free agency. You said you were going to be aggressive. Sorry, Santori. I know you're in the middle of talking.
You're good.
I just get so fucking fired up about this goddamn fucking front office. Like, why or what are you doing, man? Here's the golden goose, and you're just like shooting the fuck out of it, man. Why are you killing it? It's a fucking golden goose. It's going to fucking lay you golden eggs and win you fucking Super Bowls. What are we doing?
There is no reason that the Bengals should not do what the Chiefs have done. The Chiefs have went to 7 or 6, I don't know what it is, AFC Championship games in a row. We should have went to 4. At least. We should have been there the last 2 years. There's no freaking reason. It's annoying. I've said this. This is what drives me nuts. We have 2 of the best players we have ever had on our franchise in the entire existence from 1968 to now. Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase. They are the best.
Hall of Fame trajectory, careers,
and
we have currently 2 guys in the Hall of Fame for the entire franchise.
And you're screwing it up. They have given you this gift. Here, you've effed up for how long? Here, here's the #1 pick. Here's Joe Burrow. Here's one of the best quarterbacks you've ever seen.
Also, your free agent move that was fantastic. Trey Henderson has led the league in sacks.
Yeah, you got lucky you got that right.
Sign down. Clear lap in the 2nd round.
Like, what are we doing?
Can we go back and say something really quickly?
Yes, please. We got to calm down again.
This is it's going to make it worse. I'm sorry.
Oh God. I got to drink.
The only reason that you have Joe, Jamar, and T is because you did this kind of bullshit in the first place. It's the way the league's set up.
Yeah.
When you fuck up, they reward you. So, if the Bengals had a competent front office and, supplemented Marvin the way he was supposed to be and supplemented Andy the way he was supposed to be, they wouldn't have sucked and landed Joe. Right? They just wouldn't have.
Or if they had a competent offensive line, Joe would have got hurt and we would have got Jamar.
Correct. So
you let Zeitler walk. You let Whitworth
a lot
walk,
of people say, "Oh my God, they got Joe Jamar. Like things are going great." And I'm like, "Well, you got Joe and Jamar because of the bullshit you're doing right now. Like, let's not act like they did something."
Right. And I wasn't trying to say that. I was just saying you have it. You have it.
Don't screw it up.
Right.
And the thing is, to me, the last 2 years should open up your damn eyes. Like, look, what you've done has, and what pisses me off, what Duke Tobin said at the combine got me fired up. I'm like, all right, we're gonna hit the ground running. We're gonna come out. We're gonna have a free agent the first day, a big one. We're gonna get some guards. Let's go. That's what it sounded like. They haven't gotten.
We were excited. We were excited.
So here's the other question coming off of that though. Did they lie to Duke? Did they tell Duke to do that? Or
I guarantee you, Track said he thought on your show yesterday, he thought that they told him, excite the fan base, hype them up. We're going to do this.
They might have told Duke we're going to do this too.
But then when the rubber meets the road or whatever that fucking saying is,
they're like,
they couldn't do their fucking
they're like,
part.
oh shit, you want how much money? Oh God, we can't do that.
Here's the deal. If you're Duke Tobin, right? Oops, sorry. If you're Duke Tobin.
I thought that was a vibrate, like a fucking. I thought your butt plug was fucking going on.
I thought he was over there farting with a sound.
If you're Duke Tobin,
that probably is
and you were told by the front office that they were gonna go get these guys, right? Because he sounded pretty damn confident, and that's
I have not seen him like he was smiling. Duke don't smile. Duke don't really smile.
Stuff that I've never heard.
So if you're Duke, obviously you feel like you look like a fucking ass at this point.
Yeah, he does.
If I'm Duke in this scenario,
I'm pissed.
I would be quitting. Personally, I as much as it is hard for me to say I would leave an NFL job as a general manager as Duke supposedly is, dude, like
this will be it, right? And that's why I like
Duke over in front of the national media,
right? They hung him out to dry. Like, here, go say all this stuff.
They either hung him out to dry and had him say it, or he put his fucking nuts out and said, if it don't happen, I want everybody to know I wanted this stuff to happen. And I knew what we should have done, and they didn't do it. I'm out.
Either way, if I'm Duke after that, I'm gone. Yeah. Because they haven't supported it.
No. They have, and that's the thing. That's what people irritate me. They're like, oh, fire Duke, fire Duke. Like, you do know Katie and Troy and Mike are the ones that
mouthpiece, man.
Yeah, and Katie and Troy are doing the contract.
Yeah,
so
they're
they
doing the contract, not Duke.
And they could have told Duke, excite the fan base. We feel like we're on the point of losing them. You know, and we do plan to make these moves. Duke goes out there. He says what they wanted him to say. I mean, this is just my speculation on the situation.
And Zachy came out and said, hey, we have champagne problems, which we do. We got stuff to fix. It's not, it shouldn't.
The champagne problem is we're going to have to drink too much fucking champagne and other fucking alcohol.
I disagree with that. We don't have,
from the bull.
We don't have champagne problems. We have, we don't, I disagree with that. So
champagne problems mean you actually won something.
Like, well, let me finish this.
Sorry.
With all the money they had enough money to fix this. That's the point.
Now they had enough because they didn't fix it right.
Huh?
Now they're out of money because they didn't fix it right.
They still got money. They haven't spent anything.
They have, though, because they front-loaded a lot of things.
Eaten up quick, Jeffrey.
Is it? Oh,
it's a weird way they do it, but it's not.
Don't tell me that. That gets me more depressed.
I know. Well, trust me, he was saying this yesterday, and he had me on the ledge. Some of the things weren't as bad, Santori. There is a little more money than you were calculating, I think, because BJ's cap hit was like 8.
I don't do numbers, okay?
So there might be a couple, and we don't know a size final number yet for the cap hit. I still think that $7 million is just.
It's probably going to be about 5.
Right.
There's probably $2 million of incentive.
And then BJ's 8 is 13 instead of what we were thinking could be in the 20s.
Right. So, I was thinking it was going to be about 16, but it ended up being about 8.
It's going to be very interesting. Not to plug my show, but I do have a show. It'll be very interesting with us three are on with Jesse James. So you two can talk money.
Well, he's going to run circles around me because I'm just a fat guy in Loveland.
Hey, they're all going to run circles around me because I don't know shit about numbers.
You know, and he helps with it. And I think it'll be entertaining. Like, Jeff, me and you I just be in the background where the Peters be honest.
What do you say to drink?
I'll just be like, Santori, you ask questions to Jesse. Jesse, you answer them.
I have
Jeff, cheers, brother. The whole show just cheers, brother.
I have so many contract questions, actually, because there's a couple nuanced things that I don't quite get.
I think that'll be entertaining.
I think it'll be ask them because I
won't remember any of it probably like 5 minutes after. But fine.
Well, like one thing I always see is Osai's got a 1-year $7 million deal, right? Mm-hmm. Well, how does $7 million of that not count against the cap? If they're like, oh well, it's incentive. Okay, so are my incentives allowed to go over the cap?
I don't know that either. Same thing I said with like Cam Sample. Like Cam Sample, I was like, oh shit, Pork Chop brought himself in.
What up?
Hey, dab on those hoes or whatever.
Pork Chop, you're in time for us to leave.
I'm what?
Yeah, we were getting ready to leave.
Yeah,
hey, bye. Bye, everybody.
We are going on Jeff's show at 5:30.
Oh, you are? Yeah, sorry. I missed. I got the part of the show while I was pooping.
Well, we put this plan together this morning. I said, Santori, you want to do a show? I need a fucking bitch. Well, he sent me a picture of him buying alcohol, which I don't even see you drinking, you fucking liar.
Right.
Yeah, you got it.
Yeah, you got it, but you're not drinking it. And he was like, oh, I'm going to be drinking today. So I was like, you know what? Let's do it. I said, you're off today? Fuck it. Let's do a show. I said, and he's like, hell yeah. And then I'm like, I'll get some fucking rum after work,
Boom.
Here we are. And, well, Santori's not even drinking.
Dude,
now I'm going to have a fucking hangover in the morning.
You better get more rum.
I'll go grab my beer for the next show.
That makes sense. All right. Well, we'll see you over on that. Me and Chop will talk for a minute. Iceman's probably doing some stuff with his show.
I know.
We'll talk for a minute. I'll pop out, check on the dog and all that. But we'll end this one. Love you, brother.
I know.
Well, we're not ending this one. Me and Chop will end this one.
I know. You're just kicking me out. I get it.
Yeah, we're kicking you out.
Yeah.
So you can poop if you need to. I was going to let him poop or something. I was just going to let him poop. I'll put Iceman in the background too, so I can get a bigger view of Chop's face here.
Oh,
damn! Look at that guy, man.
I know.
Like,
I must have went to bed right after you decided
to
set up a bitch session, and then I got up, and I want a bitch, man. Come the fuck on, man. Come the fuck on. Come the fuck on. Come the fuck on. Come the fuck on. I mean, Jesus fucking Christ here. I mean, can they pull it out? Yeah, they can. Tevin Jenkins didn't sign somewhere else yet, did he?
Not that I've seen.
I mean, what the fuck, man? Calais Campbell sign anywhere else? I mean, they could still pull out a free agency, but come the fuck on, man. this is just, I mean, how do you tell the fans, fuck you, without telling the fans, fuck you? That's how I feel right now. Please pull it out. Show me the master plan at the end when you sign us some good players and we feel confident going into the draft. But right now, it's sad.
Hey, what happened to Satori?
I told him
right here,
he's going to get a drink for your show because I remembered why I set up a show in the first place. He sent me a picture this morning of him buying alcohol, and I was like, "Oh, you're off. We should have a bitch session." And then I invited you to the bitch session, but Chop was asleep. That's how the whole conversation started.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
But now Chop's doing his bitch session. We went the first 15 minutes of the show, just Jeff and I. Santori had times confused, and we bitched. So continue. But yes, Ken, you're right. Nothing has changed.
I just don't even know what else to say, man. Like, this is my team. I'm going to root for them forever. I'm never going to be a fan of another team unless I move. If Joe leaves and I move and it's New Orleans, I figure that'd give me both my teams, right? So maybe I'll just move, and then that way it'll still be my team. But as long, I'm Cincinnatian, man. Yeah. So I'm going to root for the team. But God damn it, man, this is an abusive relationship. I feel like some woman that just keeps going home to her husband that beats the fuck out of her every time she comes in the door. And then you keep coming back thinking things are going to change. But, and like I said, man, I'm not totally saying they can't pull it out. There are players out there, and they're talking to one still. Are they still in talks with Jenkins?
I mean, people said there was interest, right? Interest could mean anything. They called and said, we'll offer you a $5 gift card to Skyline Chili. I don't know.
Hey, when I said that I would give, I throw in a buy one, get one free La Rosa's coupon, guess what? La Rosa's like, they like that too.
Yeah, because I was saying, listen, can we bribe this guy? I was like, I'll buy his meal if he wants to come in and sign. We'll see him at Midwest at our live show on Saturday at 3:30. He can be our guest, and I'll buy him a meal. He can just sit there and eat chicken wings. He don't have to say a damn word. If he'll sign with Cincinnati, I'll just buy him a meal. And then I may have to. He don't even have to come up where we're at and talk. I'll just pan it though and be like, Tevin Jenkins, I bought him a meal.
Exactly. I'm just like, man, I don't want to. I understand the way they're making me feel, but I still feel like I don't want to dog them out, man. Like, pull this shit out in the last minute for me, man.
Please, I'm here for it. Let's do
it. If you do that, Jeff will come and give me a hand job.
I don't know about that.
Jeff, come on. We want to win, man.
Do you want to win, Jeff?
He's not committed.
Then you do it.
I'll fucking give you guys a hand job if we could do it.
Deal.
Boom. Super Bowl, Jeff.
At the same time, though? Like, do me and Jeff have to pour our wieners out?
You got to wear my Chad Johnson Ocho Cinco mohawk while you're doing it.
But there's only one. How can we both wear it?
Oh, I got the Lucha Libre mask for you, Dale.
I have one. Remember? I have
one. Ooh, wear yours.
Yeah. And then Jeff can wear the other one. You could
wear your Bengal mask. That's even better, Dale.
T-Bowles is correct. It's not gay if it's in a three-way.
That's true. But anyway, man, I don't even know what to say. You wake up. I was scrolling through some stuff and I saw Tevin Jenkins signs with Cincinnati, and I was like, hell yeah, we did it while I was sleeping. And I was like, fake news. I was like,
Adam
where'd you see that at? You got me excited for about 2 seconds.
No, there was a fake Adam Schefter today for a little bit, Jeff. Thank God you missed it while you were asleep. I was lucky enough when I refreshed my Twitter, so what I seen was John Sheeran said, fuck or I don't shit bullshit or something. He was pissed. Yeah. So that was the first thing I seen. So then I was like, Tevin signed elsewhere. And then scroll down 2 posts and there's the thing and it's Tevin Jenkins and I'm like, signs with, here we go. And it says Bengals. I was like, oh, that's bullshit because he's pissed because it's bullshit. Yeah. I was like, yeah, put that together real quick.
Okay.
Hell yeah, Bo. Bo's drinking again, he said, Jeff.
I do. Bo has been on a heater for the last 2 shows.
This is my first time this week, so let's see what happens at 5:30.
Bo, I'm on 3 there. You're probably on 47.
I'm on a bunch of rum, so it counts as a lot more than the 3 beers.
Unfortunately, I'm stone cold sober, and it's going to remain that way until about 8 a.m. when I can get home and crack one open.
By the time you go home, I'll almost be home.
All right, Chop. I'm going to give you the floor for another couple minutes if you want to bitch anymore. because then we got to hop over on Jeff's show, and Agent Jesse James will be on there, Santori and myself.
The Outlaw,
Jesse
James.
Jeff Stream. We're rallying this shit up for like 3 hours and just basically bitching, and then sometimes cry. I might cry.
They find somebody. That's what we're hoping.
I mean, seriously, just make a reel of me repeating, "What the fuck, Bengals? What the fuck, Bengals? What the fuck, Bengals?" I don't understand this shit, man. Like, these motherfuckers are smart. They all went to college. You know what I'm saying? And they have to know that the fan base is upset. But come on, man, show us you care. Show us you care.
Do they care? Do they care that we're upset? Because they're not showing what they care.
Well, not just us. Like, they clearly don't give a shit about our feelings, but Joe Burrow came out and...
Well, I said that, on this show a couple times. Like, I know Joe made these things like, you got to do this. And everybody's like, they're going to do it because of Joe. And I'm like, I don't know why people think that. Like, Joe's a quarterback coach. He's going to speak out for his guys. But when it comes down to it, it's dollars and cents. And then some people fell back on the fact that Joe got a degree in finance. It doesn't matter. Man, you can get a degree in finance, but that's not going over NFL contracts. That's very specific. I'm sure Joe didn't take a class in that. And that's not defending the Bengals at all because, boom, that's for the fucking Bengals right now. Get the free agency done. That's the way I feel. That's the way a lot of your fan base feels. Probably, at least what I see on Twitter, all you have to do is make a move.
And that's all you had to do. You should have added some pass rush, and you should have added some guards. What we said early in the show, like there was clear needs and avenues to improve. Plus, you should already had the situations with Trey and T done and figured out. And Jamar, you could have waited till closer to camp. We all figured that would be the case anyways, because he's waiting to get Micah Parsons signed to see if he gets even more money.
Yeah.
I heard that Joe can't even get life insurance until they sign another guard. Like, he's been hunting for life insurance, and they're like, you're at too high risk.
They won't allow it.
You're at high risk. They say, well, you still got Volson and Ford as your guards? High risk. Cannot be insured.
One thing you just said there, Jamar, I think is going to look, the Bengals might have, I'm not defending the Bengals. They might have put stuff out there, say, hey, we'll give you blah, blah, blah. It's more than Miles Murphy. He might be going, I'm just going to wait because it's going to keep going up.
Miles Garrett.
I don't know about that.
I know. You did not get
that. Miles Garrett.
Brown set the bar awfully high.
They set the bar like, but the Cowboy,
Micah Parsons once paid.
Right. So, you
think they're going to give Micah Parsons more money than Garrett? Jerry Jones is the.
No, I know
Jerry Jones is the only motherfucker in the NFL cheaper than Mike Brown.
But he kind of came out and said, like, he said something.
Players.
Like, he tweeted something that was kind of whatever, like Chase has been doing too, with like, it was like, I'm next is how I took it. Like, I'm next to be the next one.
The Cowboys, this is what I used to say about the Bengals. I used to say the Bengals pay their players, but the Cowboys typically have paid their players. If they're still worth it, they pay them. So yeah, it might take a little while. Jerry's gonna, he's fight and cry, but yeah, I could see.
Let me tell you something though, Jeff. The Bengals been paying their players for a long time, but what they don't do is they don't go active in free agency like these teams that win the goddamn Super Bowl. Eagles, active free agency last year. The Rams, the goddamn year they beat us, man, they were active free agency, and then all the way through the year they were picking up players.
Yeah, I will have to say this: if we're talking about Jerry, Jerry does pay his own players.
Yes, that's what
he's
I'm
been doing it better than us. Dak's got the paycheck, CeeDee Lamb. Yeah. And Micah would be the next one.
That's what I was saying. He pays his players. He doesn't go out. Now, the Bengals used to pay our players because we paid Corey Dillon and wouldn't let him leave. We paid Carl Pickens and wouldn't let him leave. But I don't know what the hell is going on this time. It's like you have 3 of the best players in the damn NFL, 4 of them, I should say, and you're not willing to pay them. What are you waiting for?
I like this bitch session. We may make Greg's head explode, but Jeff, if you want to come back on again tomorrow at 3:30, you're more than welcome. Because Chop's just getting warmed up, and I feel like the 3 of us got to have a good therapy bitch session. Greg will just be sitting there.
It could not be a bitch session, Mike Brown. I know the fuck you watch.
I hope they sign. Please sign somebody. I'm begging.
It's ridiculous.
Hey, it's just like boom, boom, 2 guards. Tevin Jenkins and Brandon Scherf.
There you go. Good. Let's go.
We'll shut the fuck up. I promise.
Well, a little bit, maybe.
We'll shut the fuck up for a day.
Yeah. Well, yeah. We'll come on and we'll celebrate. Like, woohoo! We get tomorrow.
have Chop make me a dildo with Mike Brown's face on it, and I'll just come on
Fuck
here.
right. Dude, I'm a crafty motherfucker, man. I'll be dazzle that bitch for you.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Jeff, you want one? Your goddamn birthday's coming up.
I'm good.
You want to fucking be dazzled dildo?
I'm very good. I don't need one. I'm fine.
Oh yeah, Chop. We forgot to tell you too. If we would sign Brandon Scherf, you know,
The sheriff.
there's a new Scherf in town,
dude. We need Scherf and Jenkins or Reisner. Make it a combination of those three. Give me two of them and run with Calais Campbell, who is a badass. I don't give a fuck if that man is 138 years old. Put his old ass, rickety ass out there and let him fucking destroy the offenses that we face. He's the top guy left. You know what I'm saying?
Well, Jeff, you want to come back at 3:30 tomorrow?
I should be able to.
All right, fuck it. We'll do it. We better end this with
don't walk one side of the road or the other. Walk in the middle. It's just, you got to, or you can't walk in the middle. You get squished like a grape. Yes, Mr. Miyagi. Walk left side of the road, right side of the road.
Chop,
walk
you
in
can't
the middle, squish like grape.
That's racist to Asians, Chop.
It's a quote from a movie, Dale.
Yeah, but you did the voice.
It's Mr. Miyagi. What am I supposed to be like?
It's
hey, y'all,
impression.
I'm Mr.
Okay,
Miyagi.
It's an impression. I'll allow it.
Hey, Mr. Miyagi.
I'm really
Mr.
not
Miyagi.
racist. It's not
But
racist.
anyway, Jeff, make up your mind.
What,
yes or no?
About what?
The show tomorrow.
Yeah, I said yes.
He's committed. 100%.
He's in. All right.
I'm glad you guys want me back. That warms my heart.
Also, tomorrow's No Pants Friday.
You both said talk at the same time. I don't know what either one of you said.
I said it was a pretty good voice, and he said No Pants Friday.
No Pants Friday. Remember.
I'm not wearing pants now, so we're good.
Hell yeah, I'm practicing. Well, I'm ready for what? Look, I'm wearing. It's not. Oh, look, I do got Bengals and Brews gear on. It's underneath my scrubs.
Hell yeah. Oh yeah, I got Bengals.
Hell yeah.
I got LFG on, and I got Joe Burrow, and I got Jackpot on.
Yeah, hell yeah. Let's fucking go. It lit. Hey, Bengals.
We gotta end this, Chop. You're trying to literally bleed into Jeff's show.
Oh yeah.
I was gonna fucking take a piss.
I'm gonna get my socks on. Y'all have fun. I love y'all, and I'll be here tomorrow. And hope to God it's not a bitch.
I would say have fun at work, but we know it's not possible.
Jump over to Strawberry Ice, and we'll keep this going.
Except Chop, he's got to work.
Except Chop, he's got to work.
Love you all.